And welcome back to the channel, guys. We are doing more wrestling quizzes. Alright, let's not beat around the bush. Keep track of your score. I'm not. I might. I don't know. I just want to test my knowledge. Anyway, let us get into this video.
So you think you know a lot about pro wrestling?
Really?
Well, it's
A
time
fair bit.
Once again!
to test your IQ with this tricky little trivia game that is so creatively named Wrestling Jeopardy.
Not bad.
Welcome inside the squared circle. I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah.
If this is your first time playing, well, I hope you're ready to rumble.
Yeet.
Here are the not so extreme rules on your screen, which are merely a guide. I know I can't control whether or not you ask Alexa, Siri, or Jeeves for advice.
To find out your name, I had to ask Jeeves.
Should have asked Jeeves.
With that, let's
Oof,
check out the categories
that's a
for
throwback.
episode 5 of Wrestling Jeopardy. Starting off, we have Cowboys, followed by Who's Your Daddy? This is going to be a visual clue category. I'm going to show you the picture of a wrestler, and you're going to have to tell me who that wrestler's daddy is.
Okay.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Next up, we have American Soldier. This category will be all about wrestlers who served in the military. Our fourth category, I love this bar. This will be related to some of wrestling's greatest drinkers and drinking stories.
Oh,
and last
boy.
but certainly not least, our fifth category, which is always our audio category, Name That Theme. Now, you may have noticed a theme with the categories, and that's because this episode is dedicated to country music legend as well as TNA and WWE alum Toby Keith, who passed away a few weeks ago at the age of 62. R.I.P. TK. All right, let's get the show on the road and kick off the 200-point round. These clues are easy peasy, so I fully expect you to go 5 for 5 and be absolutely perfect.
I'll give you an answer.
All right, here we go. Jumping into Cowboys for 200. This two-time WWE Hall of Famer revealed in his autobiography, Hitman, My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling, that he was supposed to debut as a cowboy.
I think it would be Bret Hart.
And the correct answer is, who is Bret the Hitman Hart?
Who is the thirstiest, the hottest, and the hungriest man in the valley?
You with your buy-ins. That's right.
Apparently, that was the idea back in the early WWF days in the 80s. They wanted him to be a cowboy. Yeah! Right.
Well, he was in the promotion in Calgary. They did have sizable Western population, I guess. Cowboys. The Calgary Stampede, anyone? Anyway,
Moving on now to Who's Your Daddy for 200.
it's Stampede Wrestling. Oh, that's Jim the Anvil
The
Neidhart.
answer here, of course, is
Boom,
Jim
just
the
in the
Anvil
nick of time.
Neidhart, because that is a picture of his lovely daughter, Natty Neidhart. Moving on to American Soldier for 2. Perhaps it was the voices inside this WWE superstar's head that caused him to go AWOL from the United States Marine Corps in 1998.
The Viper, Randy Orton.
And the correct answer is, who is Randy Orton? You know what? Military life, it wasn't his cup of tea. He wasn't cut out for it. It's all good.
Daddy's back.
All right, here we go. I love this bar for 200. This wrestler had such a giant appetite for booze that he holds the world record for the largest number of beers consumed in a single sitting.
Andre the Giant. Or Andre
And the
Rusimov.
correct answer is, who was Andre the Giant, who once threw back 119 beers in 6 hours? That would literally kill me. And on to the final clue of the 200-point round. Name that theme.
Oh.
And the correct answer is Jeff Jarrett's theme.
Jeff
Back when
Jarrett.
he used to wrestle in WCW in the late 90s, when he was the chosen one, Slapnuts.
What'd you call me?
Snapnut.
You know who you're talking to?
Yeah, you, Snapnut.
Got him!
See, I told you, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm sure you went 5 for 5. Now we're going to ramp up the toughness here of the clues going into the 400-point round. Let's kick it off with Cowboys for 4. This cowboy was Rowdy Roddy Piper's ace of a bodyguard.
Ace Steel? No.
And the correct answer is...
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Who is Cowboy Bob Orton?
Right.
Yeah, I love you. He's the bodyguard.
All right, that brings us to Who's Your Daddy for 400.
That would be Rey Mysterio. Prick.
That, of course, is Dominic Mysterio, and we know his mommy is Rhea Ripley, but his daddy, Rey Mysterio. Here we go, American Soldier for 400. This two-time WWE champion and former leader of the Hurt Business was a sergeant in the U.S. Army.
The almighty Bobby Lashley.
I would not want to mess around with this guy. I mean, Bobby Lashley is a beast. All right, let's move on now to I Love This Bar for 400. Sheamus and Cesaro enjoyed tremendous tag team success wrestling together in WWE under this moniker.
The Bar.
They don't just set the bar.
They are
They
the
are
bar.
the bar. That question kind of barely sneaks in talking about wrestling drinkers because Cesaro doesn't drink, but Sheamus is Irish, so I figured, why not?
Maybe we should leave?
Moving on. Let's go. Finish up the 400-point round. Name that theme. Listen to this.
Oh, it's familiar, but I can't.
You can't go wrong with a little cowboy shh. Name of the song, Ghost Town Triumph. The theme of Hangman Adam Page. All right, we have 10 clues down.
Yeah.
15 to
I
go.
don't watch AEW.
We're moving on to the 600-point round. Kicking it off here with Cowboys. This renegade cowboy called the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, his home.
Stone Cold?
And the correct
No, Terry
answer
Funk.
is
All
none
right.
other
Yeah,
than who
that-
was the late, great Terry Funk.
That makes more
And
sense.
we're on
yeah.
to Who's Your Daddy for 600.
Okay, that would be Billy Gunn.
Well, that
'Cause-
picture right there, that is Colton to the left, Austin to the right, and their daddy is none other than daddy ass Billy Gunn. And here we go to American Soldier for 600. Before she became a sassy Southern Belle, this former WWE
crap.
superstar was a Marine military police officer. And the correct answer is Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans.
Why
Yeah.
are you running? Why are you running?
And that brings us to I Love This Bar for 600. The new WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut includes a bar named after one of its most popular television shows.
I can't remember.
The correct answer, the TV show,
Smackdown.
is SmackDown, and the bar is called Snackdown.
Snackdown.
You serious?
All right, and closing out the 600-point round, name that theme for 600. Listen up to this.
I have no idea.
And the correct answer is it's the theme song from that good old Asian redneck cowboy, Jimmy Wang Yang, and I'm going to punch somebody tonight.
Jimmy Wang Yang!
All right, 15 clues down, 10 to go, plus Final Jeopardy. Hope you're doing good so far. Make sure you keep track of your score. Also, sometimes I need some help. So if you have any ideas for categories, just leave some in the comments below and I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
800-point round. Cowboys. This tough-talking Texas Cowboys legacy includes being the father of Barry Windham and the grandfather of the late Bray Wyatt.
Oh. Mike
And the correct answer is
Blackjack
who was
Mulligan.
Blackjack Mulligan.
Yeah.
Go get mama from the kitchen real quick.
Which brings us to Who's Your Daddy for 8.
Oh. Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah.
And that is a picture of Grandmaster Sexay, who was also known as Brian Christopher, and whose full name was Brian Christopher Lawler. So the answer we're looking for is Jerry the King Lawler. All right, American Soldier.
And
for
he has
800.
sadly passed away.
This former
His
U.S.
son.
Marine who did 2 tours in Afghanistan as a machine gunner now has his sights set on becoming TNA World Champion.
Oh, crap. Nah, I don't know.
And the correct answer is Steve Macklin. I love this bar for 800. At age 13, Reginald Lazowski, who later became known as This, was working as a bouncer, throwing drunks out of his father's
Reginald
saloon in
Lazowski.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Scott Hall? I don't know. I have no
And of
idea.
course, Milwaukee is also pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land. But the answer we're looking for, who was the Crusher?
I've been hit with bar stools, barmaids, spittoons. I've been brought up in a spoon of Milwaukee.
All right, and closing out the round.
Too old for me.
Name that theme for 800. Listen to this.
No. I don't know.
And that is none other than the TNA theme song for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
I had no idea.
All right, we've made it to the most challenging part of this game. The 1,000 point round. The steel cage begins to lower. Time to put on your thinking caps because we're really going to test your pro wrestling knowledge here. Kicking it off with Cowboys for 1,000.
Here we go.
This bad man from Borger, Texas, claimed he had 9 kids and a fat wife and had to beat people up to keep his family fed.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
And the answer, none other
Stan
than
Hansen.
Stan the Lariat Hansen.
I'm not after all the bright lights and the little women. I got a big fat wife and 9 kids at home, and I gotta feed them.
All right, we're on to the final clue from Who's Your Daddy for 1,000.
Oh, that's...
Now, if you said that Von Wagner looks like the caveman that Phil Hartman used to play back in the day during Saturday Night Live,
Look at this dude.
I'd give you 1,000 points. But Von Wagner's real name is Cal Bloom, and his daddy is Wayne Bloom, one half of the Beverly Brothers.
Say what?
All right, and we're closing
I had
out
no
American
idea.
Soldier for 1,000.
Didn't know he was second generation.
Vietnam vet Dirty Dutch Mantell worked the territories for many years alongside his trusty whip that was named this.
I don't know, Betty.
And the answer we're
Shoe
looking
Baby.
for, what is Shoe Baby? Closing out I Love This Bar for 1,000.
Unique.
The APA filmed numerous fights at this bar in Cumberland, Rhode Island, which was owned by longtime WWE referee, the late Tim White.
I have no idea.
And the correct answer is,
Friendly
what is
Tap.
the Friendly Tap?
Okay.
All right, let's finish it off. Name that theme for 1,000. Listen to this.
Should be easy. I can't remember.
Ah, yes, an oldie but a goodie going way back to early 90s WCW and the theme song from the Wild Eyed Southern Boys. Alrighty then, start adding up those scores and let's see how you did. What was it? Good, bad, ugly? Well, like I always
This one's
say,
a pretty
I
ugly one
started
because
out fighting in this bar when I was a little boy, and I don't care if my last fight is in this bar. Jimmy Garvin, you touched me in a personal way you never touched me before.
hopefully you did pretty well, but are you going to risk it all in Final Jeopardy? Well, we're going to find out right now because it's time to get ready to make those wagers. Here is this week's Final Jeopardy category. hailing from blank. How well do you know wrestlers' hometowns or where they would say that they were billed from? Well, let's find out. Time to make
Alrighty.
those wagers.
Let's do it. Again, I'll just wager all of it.
Alrighty, time is up. Let's take a look now at the final clue of episode 5. Mick Foley was raised in Long Island, New York. However, his most psychotic persona, Cactus Jack, hailed from this dangerous sounding New Mexico town. Good luck.
I have no idea. I just have no idea. So I'm just gonna eat the loss here.
Boom, boom. Mick Foley was raised in Long Island, New York. However, his most psychotic persona, Cactus Jack, hailed from this dangerous sounding New Mexico town. And the answer that we're looking for, the correct answer in this episode's Final Jeopardy is Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Now, I've never been to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, but I hear it's lovely this time of year. And that'll do it for episode 5 of Wrestling Jeopardy. Don't forget to leave a comment with your score, and if you like what...
Oh, this one was a tough one. That was a tricky one. So, anyway, that would do it for this episode. I will continue to do these until they bore me. I'm already bored. No, I'm not bored. You're bored. See ya.